Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, honors, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Fawadi Yah Ba'ashem Yahushai, and Fawadi Yah Ba'ashem Yahushai. All glory, honors, and praises to Yah Ba'ashem Yahushai. As we're seeing a lot of major things that are happening, all through the Spirit of the Heavenly Father. And as we've seen, as yesterday, they reported 2,000 crypto traders committed suicide after the crash. We're seeing the Pakistan and the Taliban, Afghanistan battle, which is now taking place, which is, as China pretty much said, it is all America written on it. And also you're seeing the United States is sending troops to Puerto Rico and to Trinidad, all these places, ultimately to set for a motion to pretty much try to conquer Venezuela, ultimately to keep that lie of Edomite dominancy to be controlled on the earth. And it's all through this prophecy. We already see the victory in our hands. Why? Because the Heavenly Father said, let me grab it. This is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 4. Shall not thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of the Lord and in men? Trust in the Lord with all thy heart. And that's as us being the believers, seeing these prophecies being fulfilled, seeing that everything that this system has set forth being taken down, as the Heavenly Father said he was going to send plagues as is Egypt before. Let me grab that. In the 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. The 2nd Ezra chapter 15. I'm going to start at verse 5. For behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. Sword, which we see wars being perpetuated throughout these nations. Trade wars, civil wars. We're seeing the ongoing narrative of the rich against the poor, which we understand that's how all war, that's how all rebellion, civil wars, pretty much is economic disaster. That usually that happens, and then the countries move to pretty much conquer other resources to continue their dominance. Well, now you're seeing it being pushed that people have exposed the Edomite supremacy. Why? The men of the Lord. And now what's going on now is pretty much a giant psyop, which instead of it doing the job has been doing before, it's actually causing people to be even more bugged out than they were. And now you're seeing all these things happening because now these countries are all playing hardball. As you see, they said sword and famine. So these nations are the only place in the entire world that pretty much, but having lower food costs is China. But every other place in the entire world has been having a shortage of food. And you're seeing it being pushed more and more as they fight of these things, these digital currency. You're seeing fires all throughout the world, especially in places where there's a lot of food production. You're seeing all these things happening. Seeing what happened in Texas about 2 years ago, that it was a fire that burnt a lot of the farmland. You're seeing all these things being pushed right before your eyes, and understanding that the sword and famine war, the fighting for resources, is coming near. And he said, death and destruction. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. So wickedness has exceedingly polluted the entire earth. And the hopeful words are fulfilled. Why? Because ultimately, all the things as this place have reached the height of wickedness. And that's why you're seeing the society crumbling. Saw a Proverbs, the 29th chapter. Let me grab it. This is Proverbs chapter 28, verse 2 in the NLT. When there is moral rot in a nation, the government topples easy. And because of this decadence that this place has pushed, and remember, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that it literally and made all the nations drunk. So basically, all these people have taken the spirit of decadence, that this new Rome, all these things that are happening, and now it's pretty much a moral rot throughout the entire earth. And as the Heavenly Father, He's cutting it off. And how is He cutting it off? By letting that hopeful words be fulfilled. Because when these things happen, let me grab it. It's starting, man. Yeah, it's been raining for the past few days, so I don't want Roth to Zah. I'm gonna give it like 10. Yeah, it's starting to pour. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do a live lesson. I don't want Roth to Zah. Give me 1 second. Arizona is kind of weirdly set up, so it's not really any covering. So bear with me. But this is a sense of how the empire of Esau, Edom is falling apart. You see, this is why these Edomites are now killing themselves. They said 2,000 crypto investors off themselves. You're seeing the economy, gold, Bitcoin, all that stuff collapsing. So we're seeing the end of Esau, Edom's kingdom. But I don't want Roth to Zah. You know, these weather phenomenons are happening. So Lord willing, you know, I just do a sit down today. I'm gonna just get some covering. And how Arizona is, it's not really that much covering. And I don't want to be like how these guys is that be out in a park. You know, as you've seen, there's a video going around of a Edomite man pulling a gun out on a Jake, a preacher, a man of the Lord, as they being perceived, that he pulled a gun out, and then the Heavenly Father put the Spirit on him to attack that man. You're going to start seeing these things happening, and that's why so many heavy things happening, and Esau Edom has had it. So the Wadi Yahba Shemal Shai, the Wadi Yahba Shemal Shai, Lord willing, it's pouring, so I'm going to have to, you know, Lord will doing a sit down. So I don't want Roth to Zah. I can just be back. You know, it's just the weather. But the Wadi Yahba Shemal Shai, Shalom.